High school baseball is back on Beaver Media and on YouTube Live. Tonight from Memorial Field in Anderson, Indiana, the championship game in 1A Sectional 55. It's Tri-Central versus Daleville. Good evening and hi again, everyone. Brian Beaver along with you again tonight. The sixth and final game of this 7-team sectional. We've narrowed the field down to the final two. One, a defending state champion in 1A baseball, Daleville. The other, the Tri-Central Trojans. Pretty good team from Sharpsville, Indiana. They are playing very well right now. They are only 5-14 for the season, but they really have played well in this sectional. Daleville comes in at 17-9. Back with more after this on Beaver Media. Don't go away.
The world of high school sports is filled with athletes who possess the eye of the tiger and whose focus and determination enables them to soar like eagles. The games themselves can't be played without a few zebras. Becoming an IHSAA official is a great way to be part of the action and to support Indiana's healthy tradition of high school athletics. Visit IHSAA.org and get in the game. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in your community.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, oh, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. There's still a place. There's still a place where performance is enhanced by extra effort, not by performance-enhancing drugs. There's still a place where contracts are between coaches and players, and the terms are non-negotiable. There's still a place where an edge is something you gain by working harder than your opponent. There's still a place where sport is pure. That place is the high school in your community. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we believe that while competition can be fierce, it doesn't change the fact that it's only a game. The goal may be to win, but the point is to have fun. And if you want to be reminded of just how great sports can be when they're played the right way, then the place to be is at a high school sporting event in your community. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport, pure Indiana. This message made possible by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
All right. Welcome back to Memorial Field in Anderson. A beautiful evening for a championship game as Daleville gets sent to take on Tri-Central. The Trojans will be the visiting team tonight, Daleville the home team. The pitching matchup tonight, Nick Williams, the freshman, going for Daleville. He's 3-3 with an ERA of 3.26. He threw a couple scoreless innings earlier in this sectional. On the other side, Trevor Titus, he will go for the Trojans of Tri-Central. They have played extremely well in this sectional, and they may only have 5 wins, but don't be surprised if you have a 6-win team hold the trophy tonight. They are really playing well. And Daleville is coming off 2 great performances of their own. And, of course, you're the champ until someone knocks you down. They're looking for their 3rd sectional title in a row, and they are rolling. They scored 19 runs in their first victory, and they scored 14 earlier today in their second-round victory. So here we go. The Daleville infield greets Nick Williams around the mound, and Chris Kinnick, a late word of encouragement as well to the freshman, and we're about set to go. Great to have you along tonight on Beaver Media. Drop me a line on Twitter at Delco Preps and let me know where you or your family might be listening if you're not here in the ballpark. Williams is set to go. Big, strong, right-handed freshman. Brendan Groves will stand in to start things for the Trojans here in the championship game. First pitch hitting, and it's a fly ball to left center field. Long run for Ryan Hale. He runs it down and makes a great catch in the alley. Terrific play. Robbed Groves of a sure double. One away. Nice play by Ryan Hale. Put a star on that first defensive play of the game. That'll bring up Caleb Causey. We'll catch you up on the lineups and defense momentarily. Causey, a right-handed hitter as well. He's first pitch swing. This one a fly ball to right center field. A long run for Caleb Maddox. Or make it Corbin Maddox. I knew I'd call him Caleb once today. He makes an outstanding grab in right center field. And right away, two defensive gems, champions in 1A. How do you like that? Defensively for Daleville, Ryan Hale in left, Corbin Maddox in center, Ruben Ramirez out in right, Peyton Smith at third, TJ Price at short, Gavin Whitmore at second, Josh Price down at first base. Here's the pitch. It's over the head of Austin McCullough for ball one. Chris Kinnick behind the plate, throwing down the fingers for Nick Williams. Great future for Nick. Swing and a miss at a slider. McCullough is even 1-1. Well, you don't play outfield defense better than the Broncos have here in the first inning. Here's a fly ball down the left field line. I don't think anyone will get there. Peyton Smith chased, but it's down in foul territory for just a strike, and it's 1-2. Told someone earlier today, if Daleville executes the way they're capable of executing, they're going to be awfully tough to beat, and you saw it in the first two plays here in this game tonight. Williams into his windup. Ooh, that breaking ball just missed inside. That's a good take by McCullough. Took guts to do that. That pitch was right there near the zone. Here's the next one. Rocket foul down the left field line. Beautiful night for baseball. We've had more and more clouds as the day has gone on. Bright sunshine right now as the sun starts to set down toward the horizon. Here comes the pitch from Williams. Got him swinging on an off-speed pitch upstairs. And it's a 1-2-3, top of the first for Tri-Central. Williams with his first strike out of the game. We're through half an inning in the 1A championship game in sectional 55. Don't go away. Broncos are coming up next on Beaver Media.
The world of high school sports is filled with athletes who possess the eye of the tiger and whose focus and determination enables them to soar like eagles. The games themselves can't be played without a few zebras. Becoming an IHSAA official is a great way to be part of the action and to support Indiana's healthy tradition of high school athletics. Visit IHSAA.org and get in the game. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to the ballpark. A terrific start for Daleville, both with pitching and defense. Nick Williams works a 1-2-3 first on 8 pitches. A couple of outstanding plays in the outfield from Ryan Hale and Corbin Maddox. And it's 0-0 as the Broncos come to the plate for the first time tonight. Here's how they'll line them up for the Tri-Central Trojans. Ryan Cockrum will be the left fielder. Kyle Colbert out in center. Nathan Hoover in right field. On the infield, third to first. Devin Carter at third. Austin McCullough at short. Brendan Groves at second base. The first baseman is Noah Brahm. Caleb Causey back behind the plate again tonight, and he'll be throwing down the signs for right-hander Trevor Titus, who comes into this game knowing that he's got to leave it all on the line. His team needs him in the worst way. If you missed the game earlier this afternoon, McCullough threw a no-hitter, struck out 14, just missed a perfect game. was outstanding, as good as I've seen in a long time. So we're all set to go. Daleville will line them up this way. Corbin Maddox leading off in center. Gavin Whitmore second at second base. The 3-hole hitter is TJ Price, the shortstop. Chris Kinnick is your catcher batting cleanup. Ryan Hale will bat fifth and play left field. Josh Price, the sophomore at first base, he'll hit in the 6th hole. The number 7 hitter is third baseman Peyton Smith. Nick Williams pitching and batting 8th. And the number 9 hitter, the designated hitter for Daleville tonight, it's Grant Bowles, who will be hitting for the right fielder, Ruben Ramirez. He's done with his warm-up tosses, and he'll get some last-minute words of encouragement from his catcher and his third baseman. And we're about set to go. Corbin Maddox will lead things off for Daleville. He is having an incredible season in his final season at Daleville. Really, really playing well. I told someone earlier if they don't put this kid on the All-State first team, they should quit making the first-team All-State list because he is the best. Looking out at Titus. Titus looking in, and we're all ready to go. Into his windup, here's the pitch. First pitch hack and fouled right back into the screen behind the plate. Maddox was right on it. It's 0-1. Daleville again wearing those white unis with the horizontal Vegas gray stripes a la Houston Astros in the 80s. Black numbers, black helmets and hats that are white with black bills. Here's the next pitch. Off-speed pitch, swatted back out of play on the concourse. There's that word again. And it's 0-2.
Please return all foul balls to right of your dugout.
See a lot of old friends in the crowd tonight and some new ones. Titus ahead of Corbin Maddox, 0-2. Into his windup, here's the pitch. Breaking ball upstairs, good eye by Maddox to make it 1-2. Gavin Whitmore and TJ Price waiting in the wings. Daleville scored in every inning this afternoon when they won, going away. Let's see what they do here in the first against Titus. Little pop-up, foul ground, and the catcher could not find it. It went right, he went left, and it drops over near the Tri-Central on-deck circle. Tri-Central in the first base dugout, Daleville in the third. And that's a tough play for a catcher, just trying to find the ball, let alone make the grab. And he would have had a long run. I don't think he would have gotten there. So we stay at a ball and 2 strikes as Titus works on Corbin Maddox in the Daleville first. Swing and a miss, chased a high fastball, 1 down. Nice pitch by Titus. That brings up Gavin Whitmore.
Gavin Whitmore.
I like to call him Gavin Hitmore. Really solid player. Here comes the pitch to him. It's upstairs, ball 1. We'll set your umpires for you momentarily. After this 1-0 pitch from Titus to Gavin Whitmore. It's a fastball just on the corner, on the outside corner, and that evens the count at a strike. Home plate umpire tonight is Jamie Gigline. Randy Bauer is at first. Tim Johnson, the umpire over at third base. Nobody on, 1 out here in the Daleville first. Here comes the pitch, fouled right back into the screen again. So Maddox and Whitmore have had really good cuts, and they've just been under it. Both hit vicious line drives back to the fence. Can they square one up the other way? That's the key question. 1-2 the count to the second baseman, Gavin Whitmore. The windup and the delivery. Ground ball back to the mound on a hop. Titus has it cleanly over to first. Brom puts it away, and that's 2 down. That'll bring up TJ Price.
With 2 away now, the Broncos bring into the box the shortstop, number 2.
TJ also having an all-state caliber senior year. He came into today batting .429. We do not have updated numbers from this afternoon's game yet. You understand. Price ready. Here's the pitch. It's up and in for ball one. TJ made a couple nice plays at shortstop earlier today. He's a terrific player, two-sport athlete, star athlete at Daleville, also in basketball. Here comes the pitch. Fastball, a little too high, and it's 2-0. I don't want to say it, but I will. There looks like a small rain shaft is just north of the ballpark, and we hope it just keeps running away. Could see a spot shower, but it shouldn't be anything too significant if we have one at all. Whoa. Worked him inside with a fastball and missed. And now you've got danger with a 3-0 count and one of the best hitters in 1A standing in there. Titus with a long look in at Caleb Causey. Here comes his pitch. Fastball, called strike right down Broadway, and it's 3-1. Now it gets interesting, because you can bet the farm that he's going to be swinging on 3-1 if it's anywhere near his hot zone. Defense playing straight away. There's ball four. Fastball upstairs. Good eye by Price and a 2-out walk. And that brings up Chris Kinnick. First walk of the night by Titus to go along with a strikeout. And Chris Kinnick, the Daleville catcher, is the next batter. He had a great game this afternoon, 2 out of 4, 5 RBIs, including a double, and it was a hot shot double. So Titus flips over and goes from the stretch now for the first time in the game. Bluff at first, and the pitch home is a strike. TJ Price, a big threat to steal. Stole a bag or two this afternoon in their semifinal win, and he has a good lead. His right foot right out, even with the cutout, and now even farther off the bag. Here comes the pitch. He's not going. It's another called strike, and quickly 0-2 to Chris Kinnick. Chris is a solid hitter. Even at 0-2, he'll put a good swing on most pitches. We're scoreless in the bottom of the first inning. Daleville with a runner at first and trying to move him around. Here's a little curve ball. Hit by the mound in the air. One hopper to the shortstop. He charges and fires on the run. Nice play by McCullough over to Brom. And that does it for Daleville here in the bottom of the first inning. 6-3 on the putout, and that's it. We're an inning in. Reaches with a walk, but Price is left on base. We're after an inning here now. We're going to the second in a scoreless game on Beaver Media and on YouTube Live. Stay right there.
A wintry Friday night. A packed gymnasium in a tight-knit community. A shot taken. History made. A state of delirium? No. The state of Indiana. High school sports. Pure spirit. Pure sport. Pure Indiana. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
We get along. Over on first base, officiating Randy Bauer. And on third base, Tim Johnson. And working the balls and strikes tonight. Behind the plate, Jamie Gateline. Thank you, officials.
Welcome back to the ball game. We move to the second inning in the championship game here at beautiful Memorial Field. This is a great spectator ballpark. We have a really nice crowd here in the home grandstand between the dugouts, and we have fans in folding chairs and temporary bleachers down beyond the dugouts, and even fans who have parked beyond the left field fence, and a couple in the right field area who are watching the game the old-fashioned way.
Top of the second inning for the Trojans. Number 21, the pitcher,
Trevor Titus to lead things off for Tri-Central here in the second inning. He takes the fastball too high. 4, 5, and 6 in the Trojan batting order. Noah Brom and Devin Carter waiting behind him. There's a fastball right over the plate for a strike. Titus was taking all the way. 1. Next one on the way quickly. It's inside, nearly hit him. 2-1. Williams, a pretty quick worker. Into his next one. He leaves it low. And the count is 3-1. You get into this late part of the sectional, the pitch count rule could come into play. Teams might run out of pitching. Next one popped up. It's back behind the plate. It'll be in the stands. 3-2. Evan Etchison threw a 5-inning shutout complete game this afternoon, and he would have some pitching left if they needed him. There's the ball in the dirt for ball 4, and Trevor Titus is aboard with a walk. That's the first pass issued by Nick Williams to go along with a strikeout, and that brings up Noah Brahm, who was 1 out of 3 with a double in their win this afternoon. We've got a courtesy runner down at first base. It's bound to be Michael Carr. He ran all day earlier today.
Courtesy runner on first base, Michael Carr, number 11.
From the stretch now. Quick throw over to first. Carr back. A lot of teams using the courtesy runner concept now. Brahm ready. Here comes the pitch. Fly ball, shallow right field. Ruben Ramirez coming on, fighting the sun and the wind, and he makes a nice play. 1 down. Right field is the sun field here at Memorial Field, and you get this late in the day, the angle is starting to go lower toward the horizon at 7:16. You know, the field is going to be a little tough on the right side. Devin Carter, the batter now. He's a right-hander, and he takes a pitch just inside for ball 1. Carter had a 1 out of 3 game this afternoon, scored a run. Here's the pitch to him. Fastball, too tight, 2-0. Third baseman Peyton Smith in on the grass near the cutout. There's the pitch on the outside corner for a strike, and the count is 2-1. Titus walked to open the inning, then a fly out. That's where we are now. There's another called strike. Devin Carter with an even count now at 2-2. Short lead at first. He's not going. There's a called third strike. A breaking ball on the inside corner that froze him, and that's the second out. You hear the fans here. There's a really good crowd from Daleville tonight, as you might imagine. Just a few miles down the road, they made a nice trip over here. First, good dig over there to knock it down by Josh Price. And Nick Williams taps his chest as if to say, that's my bad. And it was. Price saved him a base with the runner. Ryan Cockrum is the batter for TC. Wide open stance in the right-handed box. First pitch hitting. Little looper told right field it's going to fall in there. Ramirez on to pick it up. 2 men are aboard for the Trojans. Station-to-station baseball on their first hit of the night. So 2 down, 2 on. Nathan Hoover, the batter. 1 out of 2 with a sacrifice bunt in their game earlier today. Here's the pitch home. Strike taken on the inside corner, belt high. Runners at first and second, 2 down, a bevy of potential force outs if you can get a ground ball. Instead, they get a pop-up on the infield near short. TJ Price to his right in the middle of the dirt, and he hauls it in. Trojans run out of outs before they run out of base runners. In their half of the second, a walk, a hit, 2 men left on base. We're through an inning and a half of the championship game in 1A 55. 0-0. Tri-Central and Daleville on Beaver Media.
A crisp October evening. A stadium filled with fans. A pass-through. A journey completed. State of euphoria? No. The state of Indiana. High school sports. Pure spirit. Pure sport. Pure Indiana. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
We move to the bottom of the second inning here in Anderson at Memorial Field. It's 0-0. Tri-Central playing for the sectional title in a trip to Saturday's regional at Carroll High School over in Flora near Lafayette. That'll be a long trip for Daleville if they go, and not quite as long for the guys from Sharpsville. About an hour less time for them. Daleville will bring up 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order here in the second inning, and that's Ryan Hale ready to lead off down there. Hale, Price, Josh Price, and Peyton Smith for the Broncos here in the second inning as they work on Titus. Hale squares. Third baseman charges. He takes. And we're ready for the next one. I believe that was a strike. This plate umpire, Gagline, does not demonstrably. There's a curveball as Hale breaks down to bunt and takes it anyway. And we'll see if he throws up his fingers here. It should be 1-1. Titus with a long look in. The pitch home is too low. 2 balls and a strike. Ryan had a 1 out of 3 day earlier, scored a run. Just about everybody in a white uniform scored a run earlier. Daleville scored in every inning of that 4.5 inning win this afternoon. Hale waggles that bat. Big rip. The third baseman was in about 20 feet, and now he's backing off. And that's probably a smart move. Unless you've got a really good dental plan, you might want to back up. And now with 2 strikes, he will play behind the bag. Titus, deliberate with his pace. Here comes his pitch. He leaves a fastball too low, and the count runs full. Got to tell you, even with a good dental plan, I'm not looking to challenge anybody's emergency room staff with rearranging my face. So there's that. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Ryan Hale, and he now asks for time and gets it. Titus is a very slow worker. Takes his time between pitches. Now he's all set to go. Hale is back in there as well. Defense playing him straight away. Here's the pitch. Swings, foul tip over near the first base dugout. Just barely got some of it. The regional field at Carroll, Flora on Saturday is bound to be loaded. There are some terrific teams that feed in there, including number 1 in the poll, Hagerstown. You got to get there first, though. Nothing given. Here's the pitch. Line drive in the air to left center field. That's a long rocket. It's going to go. 1 hop the fence in the alley. Hale is going to hit second. Look up and see a stop sign. Terry Turner bends over because the cutoff man was airmailed by the throw, and if Hale had noticed that, he could have gone to third. But he settles for the booming double to left center field. This team is a doubles machine. So a leadoff 2-bagger for Ryan Hale. Josh Price is the batter. A sac fly for an RBI, a couple of walks to go with it earlier today. And we'll see if he's bunting to move Hale down to third in a 0-0 championship game. Third baseman is playing back because of the runner at second base, so it's a great time to drop one. They do bunt. They go the other way to the first base side. It was popped up, but Brom couldn't get there, and it falls about 20 feet off the foul line over near the first base dugout. What were we talking about earlier today in the press box? The lost art of bunting, sacrificing? Yeah, that's what we were talking about, among other things. 0-1 to Josh Price. Here's the pitch. He squares. This time he takes, and the count evens 1-1. Josh is a big guy, just a sophomore, younger brother of TJ Price. First baseman is in tight, about 10 feet in front of the cutout. Here's another bunt popped up right back to the pitcher. 1 out. Fans from Tri-Central love it. That brings in Peyton Smith. Hardest part of making that call as a coach is we want to bunt here, but do we have a guy who can bunt? And sometimes the situation calls for something that a player isn't always able to deliver. But that's why they get paid the money to do the lineups and call the plays and all the other stuff that comes with it. And Terry Turner is a state champion, so I don't doubt him at all. Now time called as Peyton Smith backs out. Daleville trying to get Titus to speed up his. This one starts on the outside corner for a strike. Smith, the third baseman tonight, had a 2 out of 3 game with a double and in earlier today. Has a man at second with 1 out. And there's a curveball nearly hit him. 1-1 the count. Broncos have hit a couple balls very hard, including the double by Ryan Hale to open the inning. Threatening to score the first run of the championship game here with Smith at the plate. There's a pop foul out of play on the right side, back over near the concession stand.
As a reminder, ladies and gentlemen,
Count to Smith is 1-2. Had a chance to chat for a moment with Brandon Vermillion, last year's Mental Attitude Award winner from Daleville. He is in the park tonight, looking good. Always nice talking to him. Smith back in and ready. Titus from the stretch. Breaking ball. Hit toward the 5-hole. It's through to left field for a single. Here comes the man around third. Hale will hit the brakes right there. And a 1-out base hit for Peyton Smith. Has Broncos on the corners. Still with only 1 out. Their second hit of the inning and of the ball game.
The pitcher, number 1, Nick.
Nick Williams, the batter. The pitcher has a chance to help his own cause here with 1 out in the second inning. Nick's got to be 6'5" and well over 2 bills. He is going to be, already is a big guy. He's really going to be a big guy. While we got a free moment, want to wish good luck to the Daleville girls softball team. They will be playing in a regional tomorrow at Tri. T-R-I. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Outer edge for a strike, as Williams was taking. First sectional championship in 25 years for Daleville softball. Way to go, girls. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs, and when it's upstairs with Nick, it's upstairs. Ryan Hill at third, Peyton Smith at first. Defense is tight on the corners, back up the middle, looking for a double play that could get him out of the inning. There's a pitch in the dirt. Nice block by Caleb Causey to keep the runners where they are. The count goes 2-1. We've had pretty good catcher play in this sectional all the way around. Here's the 2-1. Called strike on the outside corner. Don't think Williams liked the call as a hitter. He'll take that pitch all day as a pitcher, but as a hitter, he didn't appreciate the outside strike. Count is 2-2. Short lead at first for Smith. Hale with a decent lead at third, and now time called as Williams steps out with his left foot, thinks about what he's going to do, and we're all ready to go. Pitch on the way. Outside, about a foot into the left-handed batter's box, and the count runs full. So we'll see if Terry Turner starts the runner at first here with one out to maybe try to avoid a double play. Here comes the pitch. Runner stays put. Pop back out of play on the third base side. It's on the roof next door. This will be the 21st pitch of the inning by Titus. So it'll be his 38th in the game already with one out in the second. And again, runners on the corners, one away. Here's the pitch. Hop back out of play behind home plate. That's in the parking lot at the Union Hall next door. And Nick Williams in a good battle with Trevor Titus. Two straight 3-2 pitches foul out of play. Eighth pitch of the at-bat about to be delivered by Trevor Titus. He's ready. Here it comes. Hopped up, back behind home plate. It looks like it'll get out of play, and it is out of play. And all the little kids race over to get the ball. Well, that's as old as baseball itself. I got it. Little kid with a Price 2 shirt on. So that's got to be one of TJ's relatives. Oh, that brings back memories. 3-2. The count to Nick Williams. Trevor Titus still trying to put him away. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Got him. Fastball on the outside edge, and it was a beautiful pitch. 2 down. Really well done. Second strikeout for Titus. And with 2 on and 2 down, the 9-hole hitter, the DH, Grant Bowles, standing in there. He was 2 for 2 earlier this afternoon. Scored 3 runs. Had an RBI to go along with it. His buffet was pretty full. Hale at third, Smith at first. Will they run with Smith? He has a big lead. Yes, they do. They turn him loose. Pitch home is a called strike, and Smith steals second standing up. So a chance for 2 RBIs here early for Grant Bowles in his first trip to the plate with minutes second and third and 2 away. We're in the second inning of a scoreless title game. Here's one launched over toward the seats on the first base side. Good thing that fence was there. It's quickly 0-2. Couple of other Delaware County teams are in action tonight. In fact, 3 of them. Delta and Yorktown are playing for the 3A 24 championship at Yorktown. And over at LaPel, Wapahani is playing Frankton for the sectional 42A sectional title. There's a call, third strike, dropped in the catcher, tags him quickly, and that does it here for Daleville in the second inning. They waste a leadoff double by Ryan Hale. 2 men left on base in a scoreless second inning. And that one could be big later on. We're through 2 complete at Memorial Field in Anderson. Tri Central nothing, Daleville nothing on Beaver Media and YouTube Live. Don't go away.
We'll be right back.
The clutch shot, the timely hit, the perfect pitch, the heroic catch, the brilliant save, the photo finish. The Indiana High School Athletic Association would like to remind you that the biggest plays in sports matter little if you don't practice sportsmanship. Character counts. Practice sportsmanship. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
In the box now for the Trojans.
Welcome back to the ballpark. We move to the third inning, and we start things with the top of the order, looming in the distance. 9, 1, and 2. There's a pitch home to make it 1-1. To Kyle Colbert. He swings through the next one inside, and he's down 1-2. 9, 1, and 2. Colbert, then the leadoff man, Brendan Groves, and Caleb Causey here in the TC third, and he swings and misses. Another strikeout for Nick Williams. 1 down. 3 Ks on the night for Nick Williams. That rolls the lineup around, and now we go through the second time with Brendan Groves to bat. Hit a booming shot to left center field that was caught on the dead run by Ryan Hale on the game's first pitch. It was a great play. And he takes a strike. Consecutive plays to start the game on great running catches in the alleys by Hale and by Corbin Maddox. There's a pitch too far outside, and it's 1-1. No runs, 1 hit for Tri-Central, 0-2-0 for Daleville. Ground ball toward short. Price gobbles it, throws across in time. They got him. TJ to Josh, Price to Price, 2 away. That brings up Caleb Causey. Causey, a right-handed hitter, hit that scalded rocket to right center field in the first that was run down and caught by Corbin Maddox. First pitch to him is a ball. Next one on the way quickly. It's a breaking ball and on the inside corner for a called strike. I said earlier today, Causey looks like he's 24 with a full beard. There's a pitch too tight. 2-1. Next one home. Fastball. Over but high. 3 balls and a strike to Causey. Great to have you along tonight on the World Wide Web, wherever you're listening. And now, pitch comes home. Time was given to the batter, so it won't count. Next one from Williams. Right down the pipe for a strike. 3-2 the count. Wind in center field on the flag, dying a little bit. Called third strike. Causey had started toward first. Never, ever do that to an umpire. If it's even close, you're sitting down. Strikeout again by Williams, his 4th of the game and 2nd of the inning, and it ends Tri-Central's 3rd. On an order, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. We're through 2.5 innings from Memorial Field and Anderson in the 1A55 sectional title game. We've got ourselves a barn burner, folks. 0-0. Tri-Central and Daleville on Beaver Media.
Everybody loves a good sports movie.
I've seen Rudy 10 times.
I love Hoosiers.
If there were a sports movie about steroids, it might be called The Myth, the Truth, and the Consequences. The myth is that steroids are good for your game. The truth is they're bad for you and the sport you play. And the long-term consequences on your health are downright ugly.
That's one movie I think I'll skip.
High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
Welcome back to the ballpark. We have had rain move in suddenly here at the park. No lightning, just a shower right now. The umbrellas are popping out. And for now, the umpires are going to keep the teams on the field and allow them to continue. It's not a very heavy rain. You can see this might be one of those 5-minute air mass showers. And hopefully that's all it'll be, because we need a rain delay or a lightning delay like a hole in the head after the week we've had with this tournament on Wednesday and Thursday and again on Friday. Wow. Daleville is due to bring the 1, 2, and 3 hitters to the plate here in the third of a scoreless game. Pitchers duel so far between Trevor Titus of Tri-Central and Nick Williams of Daleville. Corbin Maddox to lead things off. He was a strikeout victim his first time. He doesn't do that very often. Looks out. Titus winds and fires. And it's a fastball just off the outside corner for a ball. Maddox has only struck out 10 times all season. He's ahead on the count here, 1-0. The next one from Titus nearly grazed him going by. It's 2 balls and no strikes to Maddox, who was state runner-up in his class, weight class, at the state wrestling finals a couple of months ago. Talk about a strong kid. And iron will, yeah. There's a pitch on the outside corner, a called strike, and Corbin is still up 2-1. Titus has walked 1, struck out 3. He has allowed 2 Daleville hits. It looks like the rain is going to stop just as quickly as it started. Here's the pitch. In the air, back foul behind the plate. And it's 2-2. Terrific crowd. People are still sitting down and filing in to watch this great championship game. Daleville trying to win 3 straight sectional titles. They haven't lost a sectional game since 2014. And they've won 9 straight state tournament games going back to last year. Here's a shot to left field. It's trouble. It's over the head of Ryan Cockrum. It goes all the way to the wall. Maddox around first. He'll chug into second base with a stand-up double. What did I tell you about doubles? This team just thrives where doubles are concerned. Third hit of the night for Daleville. Chance to get on top here in the bottom of the third. Daleville has left 3 men on base. They have left men in every frame. Difference between playing a weak team and a strong team, they scored in every inning this afternoon. They've had runners in every inning tonight, but have had more trouble getting them around and getting them home. They had men at second and third last inning and couldn't score. It's the second straight inning with a leadoff double. Hale did it the last frame. Here's the bunt. Beauty up the third baseline. It's going to be a hit. No one within 15 feet of the ball. The third baseman went over to third. The pitcher came off the mound. No one even made a play on that beautiful bunt single by Gavin Whitmore. That sends Maddox all the way down to third. Back hits to start the Daleville third inning. They've got a great scoring chance here. Now the meat of your order is coming up. Get them on, get them over, get them in. TJ Price, the batter. Real danger here for Tri-Central in the third. Scoreless game right now, but maybe not for long. Price had a double this afternoon with men on the corners, nobody out. Titus from the stretch, good lead at first. High fly ball, well foul. It's going to be on the batting cage or thereabouts. Price is down in the count 0-1. TJ Walken was stranded back in the first. Having a sensational season. Terry Turner, who coached here for many years for Anderson, third base for Daleville. Here's the pitch. Runner goes from first. Chopper through the third baseman. Everyone is going to be safe on an error by Devin Carter. That moves Whitmore down to second base. First error in the game by Tri-Central, Devin Carter. Now the bags are loaded for Chris Kinnick. And just that quickly, the sun comes back out and the rain is finished. Danger here, Sherry, as Harry Carey used to like to say. Bags full of Broncos, nowhere to put Chris Kinnick with no one out. Pitch home from Titus. Swing and a foul tip. Catcher holds on. It's 0-1. Chris had a great swing. 2 for 4 in the win this afternoon and 5 RBIs for Kinnick. He does have home run power. Titus working out of the stretch had better be careful. He's ready, set at the belt, brings it home. Swing and a miss. Kinnick couldn't get it. He's down 0-2. Kinnick has homered 3 times this season. Boy, what you wouldn't give for a number 4 right here. It would be a slam. Infield tight on the corners, back up the middle. There's a breaking ball smothered nicely by Caleb Causey. He gobbled that one up like a catcher is supposed to, and the count runs to 1 ball and 2 strikes. That was not an easy stop. Maddox at third, Whitmore at second, Price at first. In a scoreless game in the home third. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, straightaway center, deep. It's going to send him back. That should get 1 run home at least. He drops the ball. 1 run is going to come in to score. Turner says, go, 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 and 2 runs will score on an error by the center fielder, Kyle Colbert. Huge mistake. 2-0 Daleville. Wow. They were going to get at least 1 run on that anyway if he caught it, for sure, because it was deep. Defense is a problem if you don't have it. Now a courtesy runner as Max Stecker goes in to run.
Number 10, Max Stecker.
TJ Price now at second base.
Scored on that last there in the center field. At bat for the Broncos. The left fielder, number 5.
The rally continues. And that brings up now he's in there after getting his sign. Still nobody out. High fly ball. Just out beyond short into left field. And the one-hand grab made by Austin McCullough. That's out number 1. So Daleville has broken the ice first, leading 2-0 in the bottom of the third. They're not done yet. Josh Price in there. He popped to the mound his first time. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Minute, first and second. 1 away. Here's the pitch. He squares, takes a strike. Josh would just like to put one on the green somewhere. 2-0 game if you're just joining us. Daleville just got on the board. Here's the pitch home. It's whacked foul over near the backstop. Price is in the 2-0 hole here. Let's see if he can fight off a 2-strike pitch. TJ Price, his brother, out at second base. Max Stecker is the courtesy runner for Kinnick at first. Look out. That one nearly hit him. It was behind him, and the catcher again. Caleb Causey with a great play to freeze the runners. Causey is very agile back there, and he has needed every inch of it a couple times already. Titus struggling a little bit here in the third. Now trailing 2-0 and trying to get Daleville off the diamond. Not easily done. Here's the pitch. Fouled right back into the screen. The runners were both going. It'll stay 1-2. Broncos are very aggressive on the bases. They steal a lot of bags. It's a big part of their offensive philosophy. If I had that kind of speed and talent with my team, I'd be doing it too. Titus ready at the belt with another 1-2 pitch. Long look back at second, and he spins and fakes a throw toward TJ Price. Daleville has cracked the board, leading 2-0 over Tri-Central. Here comes the pitch. Called third strike on the inside corner. Josh Price is out looking. Looked like it was a little tight from here, but it doesn't matter what we think. 2 down. Strikeout number 4 for Trevor Titus. And with 2 down, Peyton Smith will grab a bat. Chance to move the runners here. Smith singled his first time up. Here's the pitch to him. Line shot down right field line. Fair ball. Headed for the corner. 1 run will score. Turner waving the next man home. We might have a play at the plate. Nope, they're going to hold the relay. It's a 2-run double, and now a man hung up between second and third, and he's going to go back and beat the tag. Peyton Smith got caught rounding second too far, but he managed to get back, and Daleville takes a 4-0 lead. RBIs on the double by Smith. That brings TJ Price and Max Stecker all the way around to score. Smith picks up 2 RBIs on the double. It's a 4-run third for Daleville, and they're still going. That brings up Nick Williams. Runner at second, 2 away. Pitch gets away from the catcher. Down to third goes Smith. The pitch called a ball. Well, the Daleville fans have come alive. That's probably going to be a wild pitch. It was pretty far off the plate. So Titus really running into a buzzsaw. I told you earlier, the second time through the order, boy, a lot different than the first time. Long smash to left center field. He got all that one. It is going to be off the wall on a hop. Smith will come home to score. Williams will chug into second with yet another Daleville double. It's 5-0 Broncos. That was a shot to score Smith. That ball would have been on the street at Daleville. This is a much deeper park. But wow, unreal. And Williams gets a nice hand as he comes to the dugout. No courtesy run for him.
Another one for the Broncos. Courtesy runner now out on second base for Williams. Number 6, Bowen.
Jimmy Bowen
At bat now for the
is
Broncos.
out there at second base now, running for Nick Williams. It's a 5-0 Daleville lead. They have batted around here in the third inning. The number 9 hole hitter, the DH Grant Bowles in there. Titus trying to get off the hook. Swing and strike 1 as Bowles couldn't get it. This was a 0-0 game through 2.5, and then depression set in as Daleville broke out the whooping stick. There's a line shot. Nice leaping grab by the second baseman, Brendan Groves, to keep it out of right field. But you hear the hand for the Broncos. They bat around. 9 men go to the plate in the third inning. 5 runs. They leave a man at second base in a terrific third inning. We go to the middle inning of the game, top of the fourth. It's Daleville out in front of Tri-Central, 5-0 on Beaver Media and on YouTube Live.
Kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do. You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We head for the fourth inning here with the Broncos of Daleville out in front now, 5-0. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors. No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors for Tri-Central. That was a doozy of an inning by the Broncos.
For the Trojans, number 32, Austin McCullough.
They're a very good team. That goes without saying. Tri-Central will open up their half of the fourth with their 3-hole hitter, Austin McCullough, who takes a strike. Here comes the next one. Smash on the ground. Nice pickup by Peyton Smith. He fires across in time. That was hard to handle. It was hit hard, and there have been some bad hops on that corner. He was up to the task, though. Nice play by the guy they call Pete in the dugout. And McCullough is retired, 5-3.
The pitcher, number 21, Trevor Titus.
And that brings in Trevor Titus. The Tri-Central pitcher smashed down the third baseline. It just goes on the foul side of the bag. Daleville is comfortably ahead now. A 5 spot. We'll do that for you. The next pitch home is out of the zone, and it's 1-1. Wind up the fire. High fly ball, deep left field. Hale turns tail, runs back, makes a beautiful over-the-shoulder catch about 10 feet from the left field fence. Another sparkling play by Hale, and that's 2 down. The play he made to start the game was the best one I've seen him make in a long time. Quickly 2 up, 2 down here in the fourth inning for the Trojans. Noah Brahm is in there. He's a left-handed hitter, and he's out in front of an off-speed pitch, 0-1. 6 in a row retired now by Nick Williams. Here's the pitch on the way. Swinging a little foul tap, and it's 0-2. Williams now, I'm sure, is full of fire after he belted a double and got a 5-run spot, and there he blows him away. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Strikes out Brahm on 3 pitches, and that's 7 in a row retired. Give him 5 Ks for the game. We are halfway through the championship game in Anderson at Memorial Field. We go to the bottom of the fourth with Daleville leading Tri-Central 5-0 on Beaver Media and on YouTube Live. Do not go away.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Daleville in the driver's seat right now, leading 5-0. Daleville batted around in the third. They'll start in the same spot. And Corbin Maddox going to the plate here to get the fourth underway. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors by the Broncos, who are playing great defense in this game. No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors in the line score for the Trojans. Maddox ready to go. A strikeout and a double and a run scored for him tonight. Titus has gone the distance for Tri-Central. Nick Williams likewise has gone the distance for Daleville. And the first pitch of the inning is a called strike. Third baseman, Devin Carter, in on the grass a step or two. Slow curve is a strike on the outside corner. Maddox was taking again, and he's down 0-2. And if you're thinking about a dime game, well, you're halfway there if you're Daleville, and that means trouble for Tri-Central. Here's the pitch. Air mailed the catcher all the way to the backstop. Just a bit outside, although it was just a bit high. Titus did a nice job the first time through the Daleville batting order. The second time, effective. Wind up in the fire. Slow breaking ball, skied to left center field. Ryan Cockrum going to his left. He'll give ground to the center fielder, Kyle Colbert, who makes the catch. 1 out for Gavin Whitmore. The thing that makes Daleville so difficult to play, they don't have a week out in their order. As a pitcher, you just get no relief at all. You're constantly under pressure. Gavin Whitmore to bat. A 1 out of 2 night with a single, a run scored, and a ground out. And again, the third baseman in tight. And another fastball that airmails the catcher and hits the backstop on the fly. Here in this old school park, you've got the chain link fence, not the fishnet anymore, like so many other parks. And it's about a 30-foot backstop. Even has a ball still wedged up near the top of the screen. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Titus. Into center field, shallow. That could be trouble. 4 men converging. No one can get it, despite the dive. And second base is going to go uncovered. And a late move by the pitcher to come cover it does no good. That's about a 130-foot double for Gavin Whitmore. If you look up bloop hit in the baseball dictionary, that was it. We used to call them excuse me hits. Another double by the Broncos. And with 1 down, TJ Price is the batter. 7th hit in the game by Daleville. Price with a walk, reached on an error, scored a run in that 5-run third. Here comes the pitch. Hit him, spun him out of the way, and it's 1-0. Amazing show of offensive power by Daleville tonight. Here's the pitch. TJ is laying off. It's a called strike on the outside edge. Count runs to 1-1. It's going to take a really good team playing a really good game to knock these guys off. To second, runner back easily. Next one on the way. And this time a ball. And it's 2-1. Daleville already has 4 doubles in this game, and we're only halfway through. They've been really aggressive. Here's the pitch. Fouled back into the screen, and we wedge the ball in the chain link fence. I only laugh because on Friday, I was here early, and Dave Bradford, the AD from Anderson Prep, the tournament director, there were 6 balls in the backstop, and he managed to get 4 of them out of there. Gotta love it. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 away and a man at second. Another one hit hard back out of play. Good battle between Price and Titus. TJ is from that don't get cheated school. He has a terrific swing, and he will put a hurting on you if you leave it in his red zone. Titus set now, checks the runner again. He'll step off and bluff, and Whitmore is back without a problem. Next one comes home. Slow off-speed pitch. Up high. And we have a full count to TJ Price. Daleville threatening here in the 4th. They lead 5-0. Here's the pitch to TJ. Check swing. Did he go? Yep, the home plate umpire says, I don't need help. You went too far. That's 2 down.
With 2 away now. 1 on. Broncos brings back
Strikeout number 5. For Titus. And that brings up Chris Kinnick. Pitch on the way. Ground ball and a big hop over to third. Fielded and fired on the run. Wow, he held the glove down, face down for a long time. He should have been called safe. He never showed the ball. But they call him out. Kinnick goes down 5-3. Wally Winans has a legitimate beef there. You got to bring that glove face up and show him the ball. He never did that. But it's academic now. Daleville is out in the 4th. They hang a donut in their half of the 4th. No runs, a double, a man left on base. We move to the 5th inning here in Anderson at Memorial Field. It's Daleville 5, Tri-Central nothing. And YouTube Live.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical Indiana high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
For more information on the Indiana Careers and Construction Association, are you built to succeed?
We're back here now to the 5th inning at Memorial Field in Anderson. Hey, the classic rock is back. I'm liking it. Medal in the press box. That's my next blog. We go to the 5th in a 5-0 game. Daleville comfortably in front of Tri-Central. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Trojans, and that means Devin Carter, and he takes the pitch inside for ball 1. Next one lofted towards shallow right. In fact, it's going to be right on the edge of the grass. A step out onto the grass for Josh Price, who makes the play. 1 out for Ryan Cockrum. Trojans have managed only 1 hit off freshman starter Nick Williams. It came in the 2nd inning. And he lines one to center field. Here comes Maddox, slides, catches it. Great play again by Corbin Maddox. 2 sensational plays by the Daleville center fielder tonight. Hard to do it better than that. And on the damp ground, he slid about 15 feet. 2 up, 2 down here in the 5th for Tri-Central. That brings up Nathan Hoover. and tight, ball one. 9 in a row retired by Williams here in the middle frames. This one fouled just over the post of the backstop into the crowd. It's okay, Steve. Come out from under the counter. I'll protect you. 1-1. Tapper foul to make it 1-2. I don't blame you. You don't want any part of that ball when you're a spectator. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball toward Peyton Smith at third. He gobbles up the third hop, fires across in time. It's a 1-2-3, fifth again for Tri-Central in inning number 5. Nick Williams has been dominant here. That's 10 in a row retired by Williams. Another donut in the line score for Tri-Central. We're through 4.5 innings from Memorial Field. It's Daleville out in front of Tri-Central, 5-0 on Beaver Media and on YouTube Live.
Who do I play high school softball for? I play for my mom and dad who've never missed a game.
Whether they're playing for their teammates, their classmates, or their community, high school student athletes in Indiana learn important lessons they'll use for the rest of their lives, like respect for the rules and the value of hard work and sacrifice. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Brian Beaver back with you at Memorial Field. We go to the home half of the 5th. That's the Daleville half with the Broncos out in front of Tri-Central 5-0. It's Ryan Hale, Josh Price, and Peyton Smith due up here in inning number 5 for the defending 1A state champs. They look every bit of it right now. Hale with a double and a pop out in 2 trips. Here comes the pitch to him. It's a fastball just outside, ball 1. Ryan has made a couple of nice defensive plays. So has center fielder Corbin Maddox in this game. Daleville flashing the leather and the lumber. Here comes the pitch. It's in the dirt outside, and 2-0 the count to Ryan Hale. The bumper music playlist got significantly better as the game has gone on. Kudos to the guys down the row. Ryan Hale steps out here briefly now to adjust his equipment. He's up 2-0. We have action in the Daleville bullpen. Max Stecker is throwing. Don't know if that means he's coming in or just getting ready, just in case. Pitches outside to Hale, and the count is 3-0. I would ride Nick Williams like a horse through the desert, a horse with no name. He has been great, and I'd let him go. He's really pitching well. Here's the 3-0. Right down the pipe, Hale taking, and it's a strike. Seven hits in the game for Daleville, including a handful of doubles. There's the pitch in the dirt, ball 4. It's a leadoff walk for Ryan Hale. Trevor Titus is still out there on the bump for the Trojans. He's been the pitcher all night long. Josh Price, the batter for Daleville. Now look quickly down at my score sheet to make sure I'm right about this. That's only the second walk issued by Trevor Titus. He's pitched pretty well. He's just gotten beaten around by a good hitting team. Bunt is popped up. Nice play by Titus to come down off the mound, sprint toward the third baseline, and make a nice catch. And for the second time, Josh Price pops up a sacrifice bunt attempt and is out. That brings up Peyton Smith. Smith drove in 2 runs with a booming double to right field his last time up. He has 2 hits in the game in 2 trips. The runner breaks, goes. Pitch is thrown down to second base, and he's just in under the tag with a head first slide. Ryan Hale steals the bag. And pitch home was a ball. And now Daleville with a chance to start adding some insurance here in the fifth. Shadows starting to overtake the infield here at Memorial Field. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good hack by Smith. This is the difficult time of the night. The pitcher's mound is still in bright sunshine. Home plate now in shadows. So the ball is coming out of bright sunshine, and in the last 20 feet or so, it's gobbled up by shadow. You really have to adjust as a hitter. 1 ball, 1 strike, and now time asked for and granted for Peyton Smith. Appreciate you joining us tonight, wherever you're listening, around the street, around the county, around the world for that matter. Pitch is in the dirt. Smith is laying off, and he's up 2-1. We'll have at least one sectional champion from Delaware County because Yorktown and Delta are tangling tonight in 3A24 at Yorktown. That's the 4th time they've played this season. They are conference opponents. They play in the county tournament. They play in the sectional. They're arch rivals. And Delaware County could have as many as 3 sectional champions depending on how this game concludes and how Wapahani's game with Frankton finishes. Look out. Fastball in tight. Nearly hit him. It gets away from the catcher. It's a wild pitch and a ball. And Hale trots down to third without any problem. We're in the home half of the 5th in a 5-0 contest. Daleville looks like they're going to go on and win this game, but you got to get them out a couple more times, and you would like to get at least one more run in. Here's a throw to third. Hale is back. With only 1 out, a sacrifice fly would do the job of scoring him, but we'll see how it all transpires here with Titus looking in for a sign from Causey. Now set at his belt buckle, brings it home. Foul tap back to the screen, and the count is full. Want to thank the APA folks. They've been great this week. Their hospitality as good as anybody's, and we've had a lot of fun, and they've done a great job getting this diamond ready to play on a couple times when it looked like the arc was about to be built again. Friday night, it really cut loose here. Friday night, Saturday morning, I'm told this diamond looked like a lake in the outfield, and we coined the little puddle that was left Memorial Lake or Lake Memorial. Take your choice. Here's the pitch. Whoa, look out. Nearly hit him in the head. The pitch just missed Smith. He is ticked. And he exchanges words with the pitcher as he tries down to the first base bag. That's ball 4. Wild pitch allows Ryan Hale to come home and score, and that makes it 6-0. But Peyton Smith did not appreciate having one thrown at his head. I don't think that was intentional at all, but as a hitter, you don't like your business being thrown at. Nick Williams now up. He hit a rocket for a double his last time. He's 1 out of 2 in the game. He put a charge in it the last time. Smith with a short lead at first, and Williams taking, and it's a strike. Nick has had a really nice game on both ends. Looking for more insurance with a 6-0 lead. Snap throw to first. Smith back head first. Going to put the Tide to the test with those pants later on. Peyton with a short lead. He's looking right into the sun to try to see what the pitcher is doing. He has a short lead. He bluffs. Ground ball towards second. Booted. Everyone's going to be safe. Brendan Groves couldn't handle the second hop cleanly. It bounded away from him. And 2 men are on here for Daleville with 1 out in the 5th. That's going to be an E4 in your scorebook. Not much you can do when that hop gobbles you up. He was probably thinking double play and got a little ahead of himself. And Williams comes out for the courtesy runner again, and a meeting of the minds just behind the Tri-Central mound. All 4 infielders and the pitcher.
Number 31, Grant Bold.
Runners at first and second. Courtesy ran down at first. It might be Jimmy Bowen again. That brings in Grant Bowles. It is Jimmy Bowen at first, and they'll play in front of him now. Bowles has struck out looking in line to the second baseman on a nice leaping grab. First one is back to the box, just over our heads. That's happened to me a few times. Those top spin foul balls, they come over the top of the backstop and land in your kitchen. 0-1 the count. Spin, fake to second. No problem. Titus trying to get out of a jam. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball. Called strike on the inside corner to Bowles. And Grant is behind, 0-2. 1 out here in the Daleville 5th inning. Broncos out in front 6-0. Runners at first and second. Pitch in the dirt, gets by the catcher. It'll be a wild pitch, and both Daleville runners will chug down 90 more feet. With Smith at third and Jimmy Bowen at second base now. So a chance for a couple of RBIs with nothing more than a single if Bowles can get one in play to the outfield. Daleville was scoreless until the 3rd. They scored 5 runs. They hung a donut in the 4th, but they've got 1 on the board again here in the 5th. And 2 men in scoring position with 1 away for Bowles, the DH. Still out of the stretch by Titus. As he looks in, checks the runner, brings it home. Popped up, right side. Looks like it'll be in foul ground and out of territory for the fielders. It's over near the concession stand. I only half jokingly refer to the world's greatest high school hot dog here at Memorial Field. They're really good. Huge. Here comes the pitch. It's a slow curve taken upstairs, and the count is 2-2. Daleville trying to add to a 6-run lead as they close in on what would be their 3rd straight sectional championship. Now time sought and granted to Grant Bowles. Titus is a slow worker, to be sure. A lot of hitters don't like to be in the box forever. Now he's back and ready to go. 2-2 pitch on the way. Slow curve. Missed upstairs. Full count. Things have gotten quiet here at the ballpark. Pitch on the way. Fastball too high. And it's a 1-out walk for Grant Bowles. 4 walks now issued by Titus to go along with 5 strikeouts. Now you've got grief. The top of the order rolls around, and this is murderer's row. Maddox to bat. He's 1 out of 3 with a double and a run scored. Here comes the pitch to him. It's a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. And I'll say it, if he hits a home run here, the game is going to get awful close. In fact, it will be over if he could hit a grand slam in a 6-0 game in the 5th. Here's the pitch. Rocket on the ground, a one-hopper to the shortstop. Underhand flip to second, relay throw to first is not in time. So a run scores on a 6-4 force play out at second base. And that's out number 2. They couldn't get the fleet-footed Maddox at first. So Smith comes in to score, and it's a 7-0 game. Now runners on the corners. Gavin Whitmore, the batter. Pitch to him is popped up on the infield, foul ground over near the first base dugout, and no one can run it down. That was in no man's land. Good hustle by Brahm, Titus, and Causey, all 3, who really gave it a hard run. And I'll tell you what, that says a lot about those guys. When you're down 6 runs, 7 runs now, and you're not dogging it, you're still playing as hard as you were in the first inning. Guys, well coached too. Don't see that every day. Runners bluffed back. I believe the correct count is 0-2. We'll double check in a moment. Stolen base as Maddox takes off. The catcher doesn't even make a throw. And it's 1-1 now. Whitmore in there looking for another marker with 2 men in scoring position. Outside corner and a strike. It's 1-2. Time again granted. Now the sun has gone behind a cloud and the entire playing field is in shade right now. Everybody all set again, and Whitmore waiting on a 1-2 pitch from Trevor Titus. Here it comes. Missed upstairs. And the count is 2-2. Daleville threatening to break it wide open if they can get these men home with 2 down in the 5th. Already leading 7-0. There's a breaking ball in the dirt. Skitters away from the catcher who throws home and no one caught it. Wow. That could have been a disaster. He threw it right over the plate. The pitcher was about 10 feet from there and it skittered down in the grass between third and the mound. The runners thought about moving but stayed put. Wow. Seen a little bit of everything today. Count is full to Gavin Whitmore. With 2 men on, they're at second and third. Swing and a miss. Gavin chased. He knows it. Feels like a heel. He'll learn from that. Then does it for Daleville here in the 5th inning. Not before Daleville adds 2 more runs to the scoreboard. They leave men at second and third. We're through 5 complete from Memorial Field in Anderson. Daleville has this one well in hand. It's the Broncos 7, the Trojans nothing. On Beaver Media and on YouTube Live. Don't go away.
A wintry Friday night. A packed gymnasium in a tight-knit community. A shot taken. History made. A state of delirium? No. state of Indiana. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport, pure Indiana. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
It's Daleville 7, Tri-Central nothing as we move to the top of the 6th inning. Daleville will keep Nick Williams in the game. He has gone the distance for the black and gold.
Walking in the box now for the Trojans, center fielder number 6, Kyle Colbert.
It'll be the 9-hole hitter, Kyle Colbert, to lead off, and he takes a fastball right between the shoulder blades. That's a rough way to start a rally, but he'll take it. First batter hit today by Williams.
Colbert advances.
And that breaks the string.
Colbert advances to first base on a hit by pitch. Now,
Williams had retired 10 in a row before that happened. Top of the order. And Brendan Groves is bunting, but he bunts foul. That popcorn smells really good. Not fair. 0-1 pitch on the way. It's in the dirt for a ball. And the count is 1-1. A really good crowd here tonight. Williams ready, brings it home, tapped foul up the third baseline. Andy Burnett makes quick work of that one. Had a nice chat with him before game 1 today. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The count to Groves. Pitch on the way. In the air, shallow center field. Maddox comes on, now parks and catches. That's the first out here in the 6th inning. That'll bring up Caleb Causey.
Right now the Trojans have the box, number 13, the catcher, Caleb Causey.
0 for 2 in this game tonight for Caleb. He has a flyout and a strikeout. 0 for 2. Doing a nice job behind the plate for him, though. Here's the pitch. He checks his swing. He went too far. The home plate umpire, Jamie Gigline, says, Steerike. And it's 0-1. Short lead at first. He's going nowhere. Swinging a foul tip. Kinnick holds on. And the count is 0-2. Austin McCullough waiting in the on-deck circle. Next pitch home is too low. Runner holds, and it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Nick set high with his hands, brings it home, misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The lights have been on all game. They're just now starting to take effect. And another hit batsman. Second one of the inning. And that's not a good sign.
Hit by pitch. Brings it to the box now for the Trojans.
Second hit batsman of the game and of the inning.
Austin McCullough.
Max Stecker had been throwing earlier. He's not right now. 2 on, 1 away. Austin McCullough is the batter as Williams sets high and brings it home again. Ground ball through the 5-hole into left field. Base hit. They're going to send the man now. Late stop sign thrown up. Not broke the leg of the base runner, Kyle Colbert. You hear the fans from Tri-Central. They're happy to see something go right. McCullough.
Now the pitcher, number 21, Trevor Titus.
Bases loaded situation. That's just the second hit of the game and a visit to the mound and a conference for Nick Williams. The entire Daleville infield joins the conference on the bump. We are in the 6th inning. Tri-Central running out of time and outs, trailing 7-0, but they have their best threat of the game right here, right now, with the bases loaded and 1 out. Daleville has to be thinking double play here with the bags full of Trojans. They'll play tight on the corners and back up the middle. Popped up, infield fly. Should be an automatic out. It is. TJ Price catches it about 5 feet from the outfield grass, and that's the second out. That is a live ball. You can advance as soon as it touches a player or the ground if it's fair, but you do not have to go anywhere. So that's 2 down for Tri-Central. Here in their half of the 6th, trailing by a touchdown, 7-0. The first pitch in to Noah Brahm. Hits him on the right leg, and that forces in a run, and there goes your shutout. And now you're probably going to think about getting Nick Williams out of there. That's the 3rd hit batter in this inning by Williams. He's going to stay out there for now. But Max Stecker is throwing again in the bullpen. And the first pitch home to Devin Carter is a ball outside. So Nick may be running out of steam. Softly lined into right center field, a base hit. That's going to bring 2 runs in. And now things get very interesting. Causey and McCullough score. And a 7-0 game a moment ago is a 7-3 game now.
Carter with a single turns in 1. And the box for the Trojans, number 14.
Big rally underway here in the 6th inning. 2 down. Runners on 1st and 3rd. And there's a pitch away for ball 1.
Correction, that base hit running 2.
Next one on the way. Another soft fly ball to right field. Here comes Ramirez. He can't get it. It's down. Another base hit. Another run for Tri-Central. Little blue pit brings in Brahm. Sends Carter down to 2nd. Wow. Well, you just never know.
At bat now for the Trojans. It's number 4, Nathan Hoover.
Nathan Hoover to bat. This game has gotten considerably tighter here in the 6th inning. Williams brings it home, and he misses outside, ball 1. Trojans have batted around. And there's a fastball just missed outside, and the count is 2-0. 4 spot on the board for the Trojans here in the 6th. Swing and a miss. Nick needed that in the worst way. It's 2-1. Terry Turner let him go. Let's see if he can get his way out of it with men at 1st and 2nd. Fastball just outside. The Daleville fans thought it was a strike, and it's 3-1. Ever have anything until you have the 21st out. And there's a called strike on the outside corner. And the count is full. Carter at 2nd, Cockrum at 1st. Here's the pitch. Called 3rd strike. A fastball throws him on the inside corner. Backward K, out number 3. Good inning, though, for Tri-Central when they needed it in the worst way. They bat around and score 4 runs. What a mess of an inning for Nick Williams, but he worked his way out of it with the lead. We're through 5.5 at Memorial Field and Anderson in the 1A Sectional 55 Championship game. Daleville 7, Tri-Central 4 on Beaver Media and on YouTube Live.
clutch shot, the timely hit, the perfect pitch, the heroic catch, the brilliant save, the photo finish. The Indiana High School Athletic Association would like to remind you that the biggest plays in sports matter little. If you don't practice sportsmanship, character counts. Practice sportsmanship. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
Defensive change now for the Trojans on the field. Behind the plate now is Trevor Titus, number 21.
Welcome back to the ball game. We've had a pitching change for Tri-Central. Number 11 goes into the game to pitch, and that is Michael Carr. Lefty getting his first work tonight. Titus goes the first 5 innings, gives up all 7 runs on the board for Daleville. Walked 4, struck out 5 unofficially. So the night is over for Titus on the mound. He goes behind the plate to catch now. So here we go. Daleville with some work to do. Their lead is down to 3 now at 7-4 as they bat here in the home 6th. TJ Price, Chris Kinnick, Ryan Hale due up. Dusk now. Chopper, hard hit ground ball to short. It's bobbled, and he's going to be safe. E6 every day of the week, twice on Sunday. It gobbled him up. 4th error of the game by Tri-Central. That brings up Chris Kinnick. Carr's pitch home is a called strike on the outside corner. Ground out, reached on an error, scored a run, grounded out again. Has an 0 for going here in the championship game. Good lead by Price. He bluffs, pitches way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike the count to Chris Kinnick. We'll see if Nick Williams goes back out to the mound in the 7th. I don't know if he will. Fastball away. And Kinnick now ahead 2-1. I only say that because he hit 3 batters in the 6th inning. It could have been even worse than it was. He's done a pretty good job. He's gotten you in position to win. We'll see who finishes it out. Next one, in the air down the right field line. It'll be in play, but foul. Right near the fence. Two balls and 2 strikes to Chris Kinnick. TJ Price with a really big lead. He stays. Here's a soft liner into right field. That's going to be down for a hit. TJ is on his horse. He's headed for 3rd. And men will be on the corners here in the inning, the 6th inning, on the bloop single to right by Chris Kinnick. Going to have a courtesy runner. Max Stecker is going to run for Kinnick again down at first base. That's the first hit of the night for Kinnick and the 8th in the game for Daleville, and half their hits have been doubles. Ryan Hale, the batter. Nobody out, men on the corners. Here's the pitch. It's too high, ball 1. Hale started the day at .329 for a batting average. Fake throw to first, runner back diving. That is legal if he steps off and if a defensive player is there. And he was. Carr on in relief of Titus for Tri-Central. Here's the pitch. Over but high. 2 balls and no strikes. TJ Price at third. Stecker at first. Pitch is outside and low, and the count runs out to 3-0. Probably going to be taking here. I'd bet my lunch money on it. I won my lunch money that way the other day. Here's the pitch. He is taking, and it's a piped fastball for a strike to make it 3-1. Daleville out in front here, 7-4, but they need some insurance to be really comfortable. Fastball away, and Ryan Hale has coaxed himself a walk from Carr. That loads the bases. Just what the doctor ordered for Daleville. Josh Price is the batter. Josh began the day at 293. Once this year. The pitch home nearly hit him. Didn't miss him by much. And the 10-run rule possibility is still in effect. You'd need 7 more to do it right here. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Foul tip technically held on by the catcher. One and one count. Still out of the stretch. Here comes Carr's pitch. Look out. Line back right here near the press box. On the ball. That's a hard-earned lesson. 1-2. Josh Price trying to move the Daleville runners. That's as big a lead as you're ever going to see at second base. This one in the dirt. It's 2-2. That is literally a 40-foot lead at second base for Stecker. He's nearly halfway to third because the infield is playing in to try to cut off the run. I've never seen a lead that big in my life. Here's the pitch. In the air to center field, that should score a run. Runner tagging at third. The catch, Price headed for home. The throw won't be anywhere near him, and that allows the other 2 runners to tag and move up. It's 8-4 Daleville. TJ Price comes home on the sac fly by his brother. Stecker and Hale both move up 90 feet as well. With 1 out, here's Peyton Smith. And he's taking. It's a ball outside. Walked his last time. A single, a double, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored for Peyton tonight. One is a called strike on the outer edge, and it's 1-1. Eight and nothing, 4-4 are the line scores. Daleville and Tri-Central respectively. There's a little foul tap, dead ball off the catcher. And Carr is in front of Smith 1-2. Trevor Titus started for Tri-Central tonight, went the first 5 innings. He is the pitcher of record. He would be hung with the loss if the score stands up. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right at the shortstop. He'll look the runner back at third, throw to first, got him. Nice play. Just how it's supposed to be done. Runners had to hold. Nick Williams is due up, and he will hit here in the bottom of the 6th. Runners at second and third. Now Nick Williams asks for time. This is a hard time of night to play. The lights haven't taken full effect yet. It's dusk till 9, but with daylight saving time, it's dusk right now. The whole field in shadow. Wild pitch. Here comes the runner home. He scores. Great hustle as Stecker got a great jump and came home to score with a head first dive, and Daleville adds to its lead. It's now 9-4. Nicely done. Hale heads up, goes down to third as well. 2 down. 1-0 to Williams. Still from the set. Carr with the pitch. Called strike on the outside, Black. Daleville has really played pretty well tonight. There's a breaking ball. Called strike, again outside corner. Ready with the next one. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That does it for Daleville here in the 6th inning. First strikeout by Carr, and it ends the Daleville 6th. Not before they do more damage, though. The Broncos get 2 more runs. They leave a man at third base. To the last roundup, the top of the 7th, it's do or die time for Tri-Central. Daleville will take a 9-4 lead to the 7th inning on Beaver Media and on YouTube Live.
A wintry Friday night. A packed gymnasium in a tight-knit community. A shot taken. History made. A state of delirium? No. A state of Indiana. High school sports. Pure spirit. Pure sport. Pure Indiana. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Kyle Colbert.
Top of the 7th inning here at Memorial Field in Anderson. Daleville 9, Tri-Central 4. Going to take at least a 5 spot to keep the game rolling. And the Trojans open up the 7th inning with their 9-hole hitter, Kyle Colbert. Eddie takes a strike from Nick Williams. Next one, line softly toward right. Diving attempt, and Whitmore nearly caught it. That would have been the play of the season. Just missed it. Great effort. Well done, kid. That's the 5th hit in the game for Tri-Central. And Nick Williams trying to get the final 3 outs and earn a complete game. Top of the lineup rolls over, though, and that is cause for concern with Brendan Groves in there. Here's the pitch to him. Called strike, inside corner, 0-1. Groves has flied out twice and grounded out once in an 0-for-3 night. Here's one fouled back off the screen, and it's 1-2. Check it, 0-2. Williams set, brings it home. Ball upstairs. Could not get Groves to nibble at it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Daleville trying to win their 3rd sectional championship in a row. They are 3 outs away from getting it done. Here's the pitch. Inside, too far. That pushed Groves off the plate, and it's 2-2. Williams has gone the distance, was strong through 5 innings, had a horrible 6th, but they're letting him go in the 7th. Ground ball up the middle. Whitmore has it. He'll race to the bag and get the force play out at second on a great bang-bang play. 4 unassisted. That's the first out. He had to hustle because the runner, Colbert, really hustled himself, and that's another good indication of a good player, good coaching, good kid, still hustling. Here's the pitch home to Caleb Causey. It's a called strike. Groves down at first on the fielder's choice. Pitch in the dirt. Kinnick picks it up. He'll try to throw him out. He's going to be in there in front of the throw on what probably will be scored a wild pitch. Runner at second now with 1 out. Right-handed hitter waiting on the pitch from the right hand, Nick Williams, and it's a called strike. 1-2. Causey just trying to find a way to get on. Another one in the dirt. This time, Kinnick smothers it to keep the runner at second, and the count is 2-2. Kinnick with the sign. Williams checks the runners, fouled straight back to the screen. Good cut by Causey. (9-4) game here in the 7th. Tri-Central fighting for their lives. Swing and a miss. Williams pulled the string on him, struck him out, and that's the second out. Williams with 7 Ks in my book unofficially, and the Trojans are down to their final out. Austin McCullough, the guy who threw the no-hitter earlier today and just missed a perfect game, is the last man standing. Swing and a miss. Brendan Groves, the runner, out at second base, but he doesn't mean a thing without about more. Pitch from Williams. Fastball, too high, too outside. 1-1. Broncos trying to seal it up here with the 21st out and continue another week. High fly ball, deep left field. Hale goes back, looks up. It is off the fence. Run will come home to score. There goes your shutout on a double by McCullough. It's 9-5. Daleville really got out of the park. Just missed a home run. So TC isn't done just yet.
Pardon me. Number 21.
Trevor Titus is the batter. He's the cleanup man for the Trojans. And again, they're down to their final out. Swing and a miss. He chased gas upstairs. Williams would like to strike him out and finish with a flourish, leading 9-5. Looks out at the runner, comes home. High and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Looking for the complete game victory. Williams with high hands in his set position. Comes home with it, misses high. Count is 2-1. He has been strong in 6 of the 7 innings. Had a little bit of a rough patch in the 6th. There's a called strike. TC is down to its final strike and its final out here in the 7th. They trail 9-5. Man at second, 2 down, 2-2 count. Pitch from Williams. Missed outside with the gas, and the count runs full. I got a feeling he's going to throw the hang, the gas, the cheese, and say, hit it if you can. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. No, ball 4. Daleville thought they had the game. Williams says, hold on, we're okay. Daleville dugout really unhappy about that one. That was a very close take. Titus walks. Now Whitmore comes in briefly to say something to the pitcher, Nick Williams, goes back out to his second base position. Noah Brahm is the batter. We're not done just yet. First pitch home to him is high for ball one. Daleville 9-5. A home run would get him within a run, but still wouldn't tie. And you don't want that anyway if you're Daleville. You're just looking for a way to get an out with two down here in the seventh. Pitch on the way. It's high and outside. 2-0. This is a dangerous hitter. He's been good all week. Miss. Williams throws the fastball right by him. 2-1. Next one on the way. It's upstairs. He missed way up. And it's 3-1. Noah Brahm trying to keep the Trojans alive as they trail 9-5 here in the seventh inning. Fly ball, left center field. Maddox on his horse. Dead run to the gap. It's going to go down and be in there. It's going to be an extra base hit. One run in. Second man is going to try to score, and he will. It's a double and a 9-7 game. Hold the boat. That brings in McCullough and Titus, and it brings the tying run to the plate, and we've got a visit to the Daleville mound, and that might be all she wrote in the day for young Mr. Nick Williams. We'll have to wait and see. Terry Turner out there. Are they going to bring him out, or are they going to let him go? He's going to stay in. Gutsy call. 3-spot on the line score here in the seventh for Tri-Central. They're not going away quietly, and you don't expect them to. The tying run at the plate now. Devin Carter. Base and 2 away. First pitch home is a called strike. And I suspect what Terry Turner said is, if you get this guy out, we win. If you don't, you're coming out. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball. That could do it. Over to Whitmore at second. He has it on 2 hops. Flips, fires. Game over. Daleville has won the 2017 Anderson Prep Sectional by a final of 9-7. Daleville just grew a lot of gray hair, but they've won their 3rd straight sectional championship. Congratulations to the Broncos. 3 runs in the 7th inning. The tying run left at the plate as the Broncos finish off Tri-Central. The final score, Broncos 9, Trojans 7. Back with a quick wrap-up on the post-game show after this timeout on Beaver Media.
A crisp October evening. A stadium filled with fans. A pass-through. A journey completed. State of euphoria? No. The state of Indiana. High school sports. Pure spirit. Pure sport. Pure Indiana. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history. Oh, I love world history. Baseball. Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. There's still a place where performance is enhanced by extra effort, not by performance-enhancing drugs. There's still a place where contracts are between coaches and players, and the terms are non-negotiable. There's still a place where an edge is something you gain by working harder than your opponent. There's still a place where sport is pure. That place is the high school in your community. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we believe that while competition can be fierce, it doesn't change the fact that it's only a game. The goal may be to win, but the point is to have fun. And if you want to be reminded of just how great sports can be when they're played the right way, then the place to be is at a high school sporting event in your community. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport, pure Indiana. This message made possible by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
We hear it more and more when people talk about sports. We need to change the culture. No more integrity taking a backseat to performance. No more players, coaches, and fans run amok. No more too big to fail. It sounds good. It sounds reasonable. Come to think of it, it sounds like high school sports. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we know that sports are just part of a student-athlete's overall education and that there's more to the game than winning. We also know that high school sports are incredibly exciting. They're rich with tradition and bring communities together like nothing else. In a word, they're pure. More and more, that's what people want. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport. This message brought to you by the Indianapolis Colts, the IHSAA, and the high schools in this community.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Daleville goes home happy. Tri-Central, not so much. But I'll tell you what, the Trojans really put up a great fight in the final 2 innings to make a rout a nail-biter as Daleville holds on late and wins the sectional championship over Tri-Central by a final score of 9-7. Nick Williams had his bumps in the road in the 6th and a little bit in the 7th, but Terry Turner let him go back out there, and he was able to nail down the final out, pitch a complete game, gave up 7 runs on 7 hits, 100 pitches in my scorebook by Nick Williams tonight. And you won't see many teams in Indiana that get a complete game win from a freshman in the semifinal and a complete game win from a freshman in the final. But that's exactly what Daleville did today with their young guns on that pitching staff. Terry Turner, hats off to him. This is the 3rd sectional championship in a row. And Daleville, a tournament game since 2014 in the sectional. So they're really rolling, and they're off and running toward what they hope is a 2nd straight state championship. You've got 3 of the 7 wins you need, and things continue to get tougher. Regional action on Saturday. Don't know who they'll play yet, but they'll go to Carroll Flora, and for the 2nd year in a row, play the regional there. Quick recap, looking at the scorebook. Williams again with 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. He hit 3 batters. That was a disaster in the 6th inning when Tri-Central scored 4 times and then added 3 more in the 7th and brought the tying run to the plate before losing 9-7. So hats off to Andy Burnett and his kids. They were really game in their approach today, even late when it looked like it would be a blowout. They kept right on fighting and hustling, and they just about pulled it off. They got this close to pulling off the victory. You look at Daleville's side of the ledger, they had a lot of offense early. They scored 5 times to break open a scoreless game in the bottom of the 3rd. They put 2 more on the board in the 5th, 2 more in the 6th. And, of course, they don't have to hit in the 7th. They go home winners, 9-7. So, 18-9 on the season now for Daleville. And as I said earlier today, last year they won a state championship with 9 losses. And if they win it again, they'll do it again with 9 losses. 1 more win than last year if they can pull it off. But That's their goal, and they're almost halfway there now. So the final score for the final time from Memorial Field in Anderson will cap off a great sectional tournament with a victory by the Daleville Broncos. They knock off the Trojans of Tri-Central 9-7. I'm Brian Beaver. Thanks for joining me all weekend long. We'll see you next weekend from the regional in Little Old Flora, Indiana. Until then, have a great night, everybody, and thanks for supporting Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel on YouTube Live. We'll talk to you on Saturday, everybody.
It's your ticket to an evening out that won't break the bank. It's your ticket to explosive runs, acrobatic catches, and game-saving tackles. It's your ticket to an experience you'll never forget. It's your ticket to the IHSAA State Football Tournament. Attending a tournament football game is a fun and affordable way to see sports played the way they were meant to be, for the pure love of it. The Indianapolis Colts and the Indiana High School Athletic Association invite you to be part of Indiana's rich tradition of high school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport, pure state tournament excitement. The drama is set to kick off. Do you have your ticket?